Before this thing started, I have 2 jobs. Living with my best friend Lacey. Then the epidemic broke out. We're quarantined. Lacey immediately became vigilant. He strictly enforces all prevention and control measures. Wear a mask with me even at home. Because I have to wash my clothes 3 times. One is a normal wash. A deep cleaning. Another time to disinfect again. We had a fight. I've had enough of that. Said I was moving out. This is a stupid decision. I'm out of a job. There's nowhere else to go. My parents are older. And they live 2 weeks away. I can't risk running this far to find them. And then I had an idea. Post online. Said I needed to rent a room. Lacey threw me out the same day. He left my things on the lawn outside the door. Said a lot of bad things. I didn't even have time to argue with him. So forced. I started a post on Facebook. With my photo attached. Whatever you say. Anyway, it worked. An old man replied. And contacted me by email. He reimbursed me for the journey. Directed me to his apartment. I didn't ask any questions. Although looking back now, I should have asked. So I had a bite to eat. Got there about 5:30. To save on taxi fare, I went there on foot. This place looks nice. I was led into the building. He lives on the 6th floor. Said he couldn't pick me up in the lobby due to medical reasons. I was stupid and didn't ask any questions. He told me in the email. There is a key under the carpet at the door. It looks nice in the room. No suspicion or feeling the need to run away. Then I saw him standing in the kitchen. At that time, he was still wearing a mask from the singing and dancing world. I laughed at first. Because it's so weird. He said his name was Harry. Due to isolation, he wanted to wear a mask and gave me one. In the next few minutes, he introduced the various facilities in the apartment. Then he took me to my room. And that's when things got a little weird. I saw him set up some mannequins. These models are dressed in traditional kimonos. And the rest of the song and dance season neatly arranged beside the bed. He insisted that I choose one to replace. Said it was because there was a virus on my clothes. As soon as he left, I sat on the bed, trying to convince myself it's normal. He's just a little weird. Shouldn't be a bad guy. And I walked up to one of the mannequins. Take off his bright red kimono. I thought I should be patient. Thank you for the kindness of strangers. Then the mask he was wearing accidentally fell off. And on the other side, I saw a hand-painted face. It looks realistic. After changing my clothes, I went back to the living room. He is cooking. Compliment uncle, this dress fits me well. I thanked him. Lift up the hand-painted painting. Do you want me to draw one for you too? He asked if you were only there when I came in, I saw my face. I pointed to the mask on my face and said, it's okay, I've remembered what you look like. I refused. We ate in awkward silence. I looked around the room. I think the first thing that really worries me is, I noticed that the windows here are not open. There's a bolt on the door. Do break-ins often happen here? Not once. After a few seconds, he laughed. I also smiled nervously. He said he was going to bed. Thanks again for being with him. But I really regret it now. Hi, I left my phone charger in the car. Where is the spare key? I remember asking myself. But really, I was just looking for an excuse to leave. This guy seems to have all the numbers. If you deal with it, the law and order are bad, and it's late. You can use mine first. Pick it up tomorrow morning. I'm not smart, but my sixth sense tells me, if you stay, bad things are likely to happen. I use Apples. I see your phone is Samsung. I say, heart cutter. My intuition was wrong. He's not a bad guy, and I get lifeless eyes. and a serious voice. "You can't leave." And then he said something in Japanese, then clapped his hands. I don't know why. I hadn't noticed how many senses he had before. And then it went dark. I had to scream, but he covered my mouth with something. I immediately felt dizzy, but I tried to keep myself from passing out. Then hit his stomach elbow with his elbow. Everything happened so fast, and I turned around, grabbed what could be his head, tell him where the keys are. I felt something hit me. I think I kicked him, and hit the light switch on the bed. I turned on the lights, found him collapsed on the sofa. One of the antiques was smashed. The spare key is hidden there. I picked up the key and ran to the door. I heard him cursing in his native language again, but I didn't look back. After going downstairs, I told the lobby staff to hand over a car. I don't care about money. I just want to leave quickly. See the elevator going down. I ran out the door. Maybe it's my delusion, but I seem to hear. Harry asked the receptionist where I had been. After getting far enough from his apartment, I texted Lacey, beg him to let me move back in. I also swear, no more complaints about his quarantine requirements. I told the letter the whole thing. He did some research. Discover something even creepier. It's not the first time this guy has done this. He is locked into trying to get out of a bad relationship, or young woman with family, promised to provide free housing. But it's actually a complete pervert. We'll monitor them day and night. Lacey said 2 of them were missing. This reminds me of those weird mannequins. I think maybe those words. It's a memento from this pervert to his victims. I can't think about it anymore. He may have investigated me the same way. I almost became that, a member of the missing persons list. So before renting with strangers, everyone must be vigilant. Investigate in advance. If you like this story, please click like. If you don't like this story, please click subscribe to the channel to watch the next videos. Thank you.